tight with this shit. You got your boy the Figaro, man. Once again, it's going down.
I just wanted to know more about how you got involved with the Caravan for Social Justice. Because I've been hearing it's been going on for a while. I wanted to just know how you got involved.
First of all, I'm a member of the Nation of Islam, and this is what we do on a day-to-day basis. You know, we deal with injustice, we deal with community concerns, we deal with different issues that affect our community. So whenever there's an issue, we definitely step to the plate to play a part, you know, to do our own investigation, to do our own fact-finding, to talk to the community. And another point is that my son goes to Muhammad University, or he did go to Muhammad University at the time of the exposure of the dust. And there was so much dust on, you know, the basketball courts and on the tennis courts, and I had no knowledge of what it was, you know. But while they was digging, dust was always flying up there every day. So it wasn't like we knew what was going on, but after a couple people that worked there came and made the announcement, the minister, at first, you know, he didn't really probably take it too serious because somebody was just bringing information. But once he, you know, God caused him to look at the issue a little bit deeper and found out what the person was saying, that particular person, Chris Carpenter, was fired from his job because of telling the school what was going on. So that information is what led to me participating even further, to the point where I'm around, you know, at all the town hall meetings. We go to Sacramento, we go to meetings at the health department, we go to meetings at City Hall. Like, I've never been this deep into the meeting side of dealing with something like this, but this particular issue definitely hit home to the point where I had to play my part. It wasn't really optional at this point, because it's like somebody attacking your family and then you just stand by and don't do anything. So I definitely had to put my foot down.
Right, and you started to see the effects at firsthand.
Yes, I wouldn't say the effects so much as, like, you know, the nosebleeds, the different people, the bronchial ingestion people was having, the coughing up of the phlegm and all of that. I'm pretty sure my son had his exposure in the way that it affected him. You know, he went through his phase of it, but I can't truthfully say that I seen like devastating effects or anything. But asbestos is something that hits you later. It doesn't really hit you right now. Some people, it caused the nosebleeds and different things that you can see immediately, but for the most part, asbestos is a cancer-causing agent that once it gets into your lungs, you can't get it out. So when you breathe it in, it has long-term effects that people up here have been suffering for years. So it's nothing new up here. But with them digging, it made it fresh. It made it fresh. It's like something under the ground when it's dry and you start agitating it. Asbestos takes 14 hours. Once it goes into the air, it takes 14 hours for those fibers, particulars, to land. So that knowledge, I never knew anything about that. But learning that coming here, that's something that even myself, I've been exposed by just coming up there, picking my son up, you know. So I'm getting educated. I'm getting educated on the issues, you know. And the more education I get on it, the more angrier, you know, it makes me to just think how a corporation could do that, you know, and how the city government could have knowledge of it. And it's like the movies. Yeah, it's like the movies when something happened and all of the big time people trying to hide it, and then somebody got to put their life on the line, literally, to get the issue brought to the forefront. At first, people don't want to respond. They think he's crazy, he's radical, it's this and that, until the truth is just made known to everybody. And then people are like, oh my God, now they all want to participate, jump in, put their hands in. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing happen with this movement a little bit. You know, a lot of people are coming around, they're seeing that it's not going away. It's not based on one person. There's multiple issues that are going on, but the issue that kicked it off was the poisoning of the school. The second issue that just took it to another level was our brother Oscar Grant being murdered in front of the whole world. And, you know,
it still hasn't gotten as much publicity as it should be getting.
I think it got enough to kick up more dust in terms of now. This is a new type of dust that's getting kicked up that we kicking up now in terms of kicking up dust, going to these meetings, the hearings, the BART, the Attorney General Orloff visiting his office. they did something called Operation Nutcracker in Oakland, where they arrested all these young people. Jerry Brown called them urban terrorists, some of the things you heard tonight. That was a very serious thing because that was just a blueprint or a format that they were going to use in other cities.
Right.
As far as
and have you been rapping about like what you've been
seeing and doing?
Seeing, yes.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because the rapping side of my lifestyle right now is, I would say, I'm more CEO than rap artist. CEOs count the money. Rappers make the money for the CEOs to count. So I'm kind of both positions in one, and that is something that I'm formatting and planning to do. But at this present moment, I have yet to actually pen any lyrics about this. But I own my own magazine, Mandatory Business, so I print it in there, and that's kind of like my way of expressing myself.
How long have you been doing Mandatory Business? When was it founded?
It was founded in, I want to say, 2006 summertime. It was founded as a movement, which Mandatory Business started off as a film that me and Snoop Dogg put together, and it was about going into the neighborhoods, showing love to the hoods. That's where the term Mandatory Business, like he's on a major level, I'm on a major independent level, but me and him coming together creates a platform that allows him to be able to assist us, and even us being able to assist him, even though he's major. But to connect to the people on the bottom, you got to have a real connection. It can't just be, word talk. Lip service. So Snoop came out here personally and spent the summer with us, 2006 up to 2007. October 26, 2007 was the official release date of our very first copies of the magazine. The film, we pushed it from 2006 through 2007. The film, Mandatory Business, also turned into a tour.
Okay.
It was a tour for local independents. So it kind of just grew into a magazine because Snoop wasn't going to be able to be out here forever. So for the time that he spent, we just stayed filming. We did hundreds of videotapes. We did a number of songs and compilations. We did a number of shows and showcases, and let independents be able to have a chance to come and rock at those shows and perform. And at the nearing of the end of his time of really being around up here was in that 2007, and October 26th was the day that we gave a show, a benefit for all the mothers who lost a son or a daughter to gang violence or any type of violence out here. And that magazine, the first edition, was called All About Mamas, and that's how the magazine came about. And that was volume 1. Right now we're creating volume 9 as we speak. So that's about a year and a half we've been doing it. I would have liked to have been a lot further, like on volume 10, 12, 14 by now, but God knows best. I'm moving at the pace that I'm able to. I don't have any type of background in publication as far as print and being a media person. I don't have background in taking pictures or anything, so everything just kind of happened. I like doing it. Yeah, self-taught. I didn't graduate high school. I didn't graduate college, but the desire to want to do this allowed me to come with something that's tangible. People appreciate Mandatory Business when they see the copies. They proud of me for attempting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you don't, speak. Sometimes you don't get to see like rappers, especially, like giving back to their community and being a part of it. So I think that's really cool that you're doing that. Yeah,
and that's the part that I feel that moves me right now. That it's kind of like an obligation, It's like an obligation that has to be fulfilled, and I have the means to do it. So, I'm here to play my part.